Got some questions about the 50 cubed tactical hypertrophy training program. I just printed these off before I left the computer at my house here. So on a ruck, not a fast one today. So follow along with me here. So here's the first one. I haven't had a chance to prep for these or anything, so I will do my best here, but I think I'll be able to handle it. What equipment do I need in this program? If you have access to a basic commercial gym, access to some strongman equipment, sandbags, farmer's walks. Of course, the farmer's walks can be done with like a trap bar or something like that. A yoke. And again, we have a video on here on how to make your own chain yoke with stuff you can buy at Home Depot for 20 bucks, and a sled. That's all you will need for the strongman aspect. How long should the sessions take? The sessions, how long they should take is largely dependent on your strength levels. The stronger you are, the longer they'll take with warming up and whatnot. But they really should never exceed 90 minutes. So why are we doing 2 sessions a day? Because we do not want, first off, we're emphasizing different things in the sessions. And we also do not want to go back to the Arnold days of 60 sets and workouts taking 3 or 4 hours. It's going to be much more efficient, a much stronger training effect when broken up. Anecdotally, this is very well supported, and the literature strongly supports it. Charles Poliquin also put out some good stuff on this back in the day. Rest in peace, my friend. Will you be able to recover? I don't know. When we put out that deal about this is not for everybody, most people will succeed. That was not marketing. That was not being mean. That was not being funny. That is reality. This is one of those things that most people aren't going to have the work capacity, the testicular fortitude, and whatever the hell is in between those to see this son of a bitch through. I mean, I'm sorry to say that. I love everybody watching this and appreciate it. That's just a fact. Like where I'm at in life right now, I would not be able to, with my current schedule, be able to do this. I still trained in a 50 cubed tactical hypertrophy manner. The whole objective here with 50 cubed is to move like you're smaller, have the strength of somebody bigger with the endurance of somebody smaller. That's how I train. But obviously I'm not able to do all these 2 days and things like that. So if you can't do that, that's not where you're at in life, that's fine. We will have other stuff coming out. And with the, where does the 50 cube come from? The 50 cube comes from tactical hypertrophy's overarching principle here of what we're doing. The 50 cube in this program is really focusing on being that all-around athlete, but we're putting it together in a very coherent, sequenced, periodized manner instead of like, oh yeah, like deadlift heavy, then just do like the CrossFit death circuit. It's very well organized. It took 11 years of experimentation with Tom. We've met up on multiple continents, communicated via email, done these in person, everything in between. So I think we're excited to share this with everybody here. And of course, there will be spin-offs, eventually some focus on more speed, some focus on more strength. The whole point of these is we're focused on speed. We're not gonna do this sacrificing all conditioning. We focus on strength. We're not gonna do this without sacrificing all conditioning. If we're going for a more conditioning type of training, we're not gonna be okay. If you had, like, say, you're doing one of these programs to prepare for the ACFT or whatever, and you have to bring down your 2 mile, we're not gonna be, we're not gonna say, okay, we're just gonna, do a cross country program, and all of a sudden your deadlift drops from 500, to 300, but you run a little bit faster in that test. This is keeping, we will, like in a block periodized manner, focus more on specific qualities, but never at the complete sacrifice. You have to be ready for anything. So we do not have the luxury of a powerlifter that's gonna bulk up and, go for, I'm gonna bulk up and, I can't walk up a flight of stairs, but I got this huge whatever lift. There's nothing wrong with that if that's your goal, but that's not what this is. Okay, what nutrition should I follow during the program? In other words, can I be in a caloric deficit? I would highly recommend not that. There's the old bodybuilders used to say back in the day, there is no such thing as overtraining. There is only undereating. This, no matter how you feel about that specifically, at this point in time, I would recommend you take that as gospel, okay? Because this is a very intense program that a lot of people won't. So don't come running in here in a caloric deficit when you're already pushing physicality to a higher dimension you've never been to before. is this program based off of percentages? It is not. So if you like a more percentage based program, I would recommend doing the tactical powerlifting program. That's, that's 5 days a week, 4 days of lifting. There's some conditioning in there, and it's going to keep, it's more of an emphasis on strength, but without making conditioning the sacrificial lamb. And that's purely based off of percentages. This is based off of RPE, so it's not, you got to view the RPE, rate of perceived exertion. That's your daily strength and readiness level. So if you're squatting, say you're doing whatever, squatting, whatever, and you're supposed to go to RPE of 9, if say one day for you that's 405, another day it's 375, that's okay. That we know most people have not trained like this. That's why it's an RPE, not percentage. You have to just not be emotional about this. You become a robot. You are like a what do they call it? You are almost like a sociopathic, that's not a good term, but somebody doesn't feel anything machine. You are not emotionally involved in this. You just report. You're a robot, a torpedo. You are programmed to do what you need to do. So if you work up to a 9, all these instructions are in there. That just means there's 1 to 2 reps left in the tank. That's all you got to do. So everything in this particular program is based off of RPE. Okay. So I can't train twice a day. Can I still do it? I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, because if you combine these 2 workouts, it's going to be a super long workout, and we're not going to get the right training effects. So that would not be recommended. We're gonna have some sort of interference effect on the training effect. And I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I guess that's what you get when you make a video rucking, right? So will it be released as a book? I'm not sure about that yet. Probably not as a book. There might be some tactical strength conditioning books along here. And then also I'd recommend ISSA, International Sports Science. This is association. I'm the one that made the tactical conditioning certification, so you get that, and then you can learn more about the variables. So here what we're doing is, we got 2 ways to teach this here. One is like this: you do the program, dive all in, the flooding technique, as they call it in psychology. You just go in and do it, and you're gonna pick up something along, you're in great condition, but you're gonna learn something along the way. Then we have the certification there with the ISSA, so you can get that certification too and do it that way as well. Okay, so I'm not saying no in the book, it's just not a particular book on this. At the time, not so much. Tom and I, as travel opens up internationally, you can just hit me up. We can come there. Once in a while, Tom can come along, do a seminar. He's really focused on his training right now. So I can be lured away with a bottle of sake or something, as long as you pay. Okay, what pace should I aim for on the rucks? That's a good question. So that's covered extensively in the program, but I call it a nasal breathing pace. So I'm not rucking fast right now, but if I was, be as fast as I could go and keep my mouth shut. So I can keep picking up the pace. So as soon as it gets to the level of intensity where I need to start mouth breathing, that's too much. You keep that nasal breathing pace. So that might be when you start this off, you're going at a 17-minute mile pace. Then by the end of it, you're at a 15-minute mile pace. So as you evolve, the pace will evolve. It's very, keeping along with that RPE format. We're not saying, week 1, you start off with 15% of your body weight. You hit a mile in 15 minutes and 45 seconds, then boom, boom, boom. No. It's we specify the weights, and we also specify the exact pace, how long, all that stuff. And as you get better, your pace will get better. And on this one, this is actually this part of the program is not painful. This is very, very, very regenerative. So appreciate you watching. We will cover more stuff later this week. We'll have another update with Tom.